Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Thanks for clicking on today's video. We're going to go ahead and get right into it and talk about whether or not Grogu knows that Anakin is Darth Vader, since there's a chance that Grogu knows Anakin is the one responsible for the siege of the Jedi Temple, aka Operation Nightfall. So in regard to Grogu's experience of Order 66, we only know what we've seen, which is through flashbacks of memories that he's suppressed. Now, throughout the shows he's been involved in so far, Grogu's flashbacks have been sprinkled throughout, giving us a tease of what the massacre looks like from his perspective as a youngling. After seeing Grogu's flashbacks, I'm left with two main questions. What events led Grogu and his 4 Jedi protectors to the moment where his flashbacks start? And depending on what those events are, does he know that Anakin is responsible for assisting in the execution of Order 66? What I would like to believe is that Grogu and those 4 Jedi who were taking him to Keller and Beck were originally doing some sort of training or studying together when the siege of the temple began. Those 4 Jedi, I am assuming, are either teachers or work with Keller and Beck, and knew the importance of getting any and all younglings evacuated, whatever the cost. I'm curious if there is any other younglings that was with Grogu in that group of Jedi, and either they got split up from the group or they were taken out along the escape. Regardless, I really hope we get to see in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, slated for 2026, what this group was up to prior to Order 66, and how far into their escape do we join them from what we've seen based on Grogu's flashbacks. For the sake of this video, I hope that Grogu or any of the Jedi he was with at the time either got word from others as they frantically escaped that Anakin had turned on them, or maybe they happened to see a glimpse of Anakin in the distance slicing Jedi down. This would mean that Grogu would potentially be aware that Anakin had turned on them, and this crucial detail of whether Grogu knows or not particularly piques my interest because I would like to think that he would be curious of Anakin's fate after the siege on the temple. This was obviously an extremely depressing and heartbreaking experience that Grogu went through, but now that he's interacted with 2 remaining Jedi of Luke and Ahsoka, both having extremely close connections to Anakin since Luke is his son and Ahsoka was his Padawan, I would think that there would have been some sort of discussions off screen of what came of Anakin, especially because both Ahsoka and Luke knew that Vader was Anakin. To see Luke and Ahsoka try to explain to Grogu the complexities of Anakin's actions from their perspective and only what they can assume would be super interesting to watch. Okay, well, that's all I really had for this video, but I'm curious on what you guys think. Do you believe Grogu knows or has some sort of idea that Anakin was responsible for the massacre of the Jedi at the temple? And do you think Ahsoka or Luke talked to Grogu about Anakin's fate with turning into Darth Vader? Let me know in the comments. Again, I just want to say thanks so much for the support over here and over on TikTok. It's great to interact with you guys and the rest of the community. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and may the Force be with you always.